Right. So you want to figure out how you can generate leads in specific niches in your small town and then sell those leads to the businesses in your area, right? So that you can ultimately start making money online. So let's talk about this. Let's get into it. Let's hop right into it. I'm going to show you guys today how you can do that. I'm going to show you a system. We're going to talk about certain niches that you're going to want to target. We're going to talk about what you can do to vet the leads that are coming in. And then we're going to talk about how you can maximize profits whenever you go to sell these leads to the business owners, whoever it is in that specific niche that you're selling to. Right. So let's talk about how we can generate leads in the first place and how the whole system works, right? Because if you're new to this and you're trying to figure this out, understand that this process is not an overnight process. You're not going to start making money right away. This is going to take you about 6 months. So if you're not patient, then you can just click off of this and hopefully you can find somewhere else where you can start really making money online. But if you are patient, if you are wanting to learn how to do this, then stick around because we are going to talk about the whole business as a whole. So every single business, I'm just going to write biz, needs leads, right? And these leads are potential clients. So they have different channels where they're getting different leads from. They have maybe a Facebook page. They have advertisements that they're paying for. They have, content that they're putting out that they're getting leads from. I actually have let me see here if I can find it. Yep. Right here, I have a funnel breakdown that I created. So we have paid ads, content, forums, outreach, partnerships, your website, SEO, basically all these different channels where businesses are generating leads, right? So a business generates leads, and from those leads, they then are needing to contact, qualify those leads, make sure that those leads are, actual potential buyers, and they basically funnel those leads down this funnel until those leads end up giving them money and paying for their product or service, right? So businesses will do everything they can to get more leads because ultimately more leads equals more money. Now, how can you find a way to get in the middle of this and get in the way of the money? That way you can start making money without actually having to own the business, without actually having to provide the service to the client at the end of the day. So this is a B2B, business to business deal that we're making, right? So you are going to find a way to generate leads for this business, and that way they can pay you for these leads. Now, how can they pay you for these leads? Well, there's one of two ways that they can pay you for these leads. One, you can just curate a list and then you have a whole list of leads. Two, you are on a referral-based program. Now, if you aren't 100% sure, now I don't know if I spelled referral right. I don't know. I'm kind of retarded, but let's just continue. So if you are on a referral-based program, this is where we can make the most money because say each person that I send to you and they buy, you give me 20%. Whereas if you just have a whole list of leads, you charge one flat rate for maybe 100 leads that you sell to a business. Whereas with the and then you give this list to the business, and then the business then has to go and qualify those leads that you gave them and drain the dollars out of here. Whereas if it's a referral, the chances of, you are the one draining, squeezing the rag, right? You're the one qualifying the leads here, and then you are referring this person needing this service to the business. So let's talk about niches that you can get into that are going to spit out the most referral based businesses. So if you are living in a small town, or any town for that matter, it doesn't even have to be a small town. If you are living in a town, and you, okay, just sit here and imagine this. I'm going to paint a picture in your head. Okay. There's a flood that happens and your basement is full of water. I need somebody to come and pump out of the water in my basement and get all that water out, or else if it sits there, my whole house is going to be destroyed because of water damage, because of this or that. The structural interior is going to fall. So I need somebody to come and pump out that water as soon as possible. And then so the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to look up on Google who can pump water out of my house, or I'm going to search, if I know the terminology, restoration companies, or water pump, whatever it is. I'm just going to search it up, and I'm going to call whatever number I can find. I'm going to put my information into the first 3 or 4 websites that I see, and I'm just going to go with the first person who can get back to me. This is an emergency-based niche, an emergency-based business. So people in emergency situations, they're reaching out and they need they don't want the product, they don't want the service, they need the service. This is where we want to target. This is where we want to generate our leads from. And I'm going to show you really quick how we can generate our leads. But first, we need to talk about what we're talking about right now. We want to target emergency-based niches. So whether that be restoration, whether that be trauma, crime scene cleanup. There's a dead body that was here for a week in an apartment and nobody found it. Well, it's just somebody who died in their sleep. But over a week, a dead body will release fluids, and those fluids will get all over the room. Who knows what they had? Nobody knows if they had HIV or whatever. Somebody vetted and qualified needs to come in a hazmat suit and clean that area up and make sure that everything, all of the liquids that came out of the body are cleaned. Now, there are so many emergency-based businesses because there are so many emergencies. And the beauty of this is that these people who are running these businesses are busy performing the service. The majority of them are completely word of mouth, right? And so they don't have time, or they aren't educated in the online world because they are out performing the service that their business does. And so a lot of these people are already paying people for leads if their word of mouth isn't getting around fast enough that they want. So the majority of these people, you just need to get in contact with them. You need to start building relationships with them. Do a little bit of research in your specific area and just sit and think, okay, what emergency-based business can I target? So whether that's HVAC, somebody's air conditioning goes out, they want somebody to come by. Whether that's plumbing, whether that's, like I said, restoration, crime scene cleanup. There's so many that you can target, that you can, within 6 months, you can be the leading lead generator in your area. So how can we generate these leads? Now, finally, I'm going to get to it 9 minutes in, right? So we can generate these leads by having a website. Now, you're like, Bryce, what the frick? We just have a website and it's that simple? No, it's not that simple. So we need a website that ranks number 1. We want to be the first person to come up on this website, and we want to have good relationships with maybe 3 different companies within this niche. So if it's a restoration niche, then we want 3 different companies. 1, 2, 3. I'll cross that out. that we can call on, because in these emergency based situations, these people who are reaching out to us are going to want somebody right away. So if company one is busy at that moment, then we can call on company two and hopefully they can go out, or we can call on company three and they go out. Now, what we want to do is set up a partnership where we get 20% commission. Now, guys, mind you, these are big ticket offers. These are $10,000, $20,000 deals, and you're getting 20% just for referring somebody. So this person puts their information on your website, right? So you come in, they put their information on your website, they reach out to you. You have a receptionist, whoever, you pay somebody, to answer the phone for you, to call them whenever you get a call coming in. Because in these emergency based situations, people do not want to put in their email. They want a phone to call. So you need to set up a phone number that you have on at all times, 24/7. And you can split shifts. You can have, your cousin or something 12 hours a day. And this isn't like your phone's going to be ringing all the time. It's just whenever somebody's there to call, you need to answer. And then you need to be able to refer these people to these businesses. So say it's a $20,000 deal. You're getting 20% of that. That is $4,000 for answering a phone call and then calling somebody else and going to give them that. Now imagine if you can do that 3 times a week. Then you're making a lot of money for basically nothing. But this takes time. Now, it takes time because we need to get our website in this niche to rank number 1, right? So this is the hard part. How do we do that? Well, first you need to make a website within the niche. And then you need to work on your SEO. Well, I don't know anything about SEO. How can I do my SEO? So luckily for you, there is an AI software that does it for you. And luckily we're living in the age of 2024. 3 years ago, if you were to try and use AI like ChatGPT to write you SEO blog posts, it would have been terrible. It would have sucked. But I have used this SEO blog post software. I wouldn't recommend it to you if it wasn't any good. I have used this for one of our other clients. Within a couple months, we doubled our organic traffic site. We were at 5,000, and you can see by the end of June, we were at 10,000 monthly viewers, right, to our site. So what it is called is Journalist AI. Effectively, what it does is just write these extremely high-ranking SEO blog posts for you. You can see here I have one pulled up as an example. It's all AI generated. It gives you relative YouTube videos within the niche. This is like a unique niche for like drainage challenges within people's yards. This is one of our clients. He is in Vancouver, Canada, and what he does is it's a very, very specialized, very unique kind of business for people who struggle with, either their drainage or within their yard. So a lot of people will experience like flooding, or maybe the ground will start to erode, stuff like that. And so he comes in and fixes all that, and then he's also an extremely skilled landscaper, so he can make your yard very, very pretty. Well, we set up an ad campaign for this guy. This is a side note. We set up an ad campaign for this guy for $400, and the next week he sold a $65,000 deal. So that's the retarded part on our end, because what we should have done, we had a good relationship with him. We should have done it on a performance base. So that's why I'm saying you don't want to sell the leads. You don't want to sell the list. What you want to do is sell the referral. And what I mean by that is you want to try and get a commission on that. You just want to go the extra mile and really qualify that lead, and then you want to get the commission on that on that sale, right? So you get the commission on that sale. That's what we should have done, but we did not do that. So with this, this is a high-ranking SEO blog post right here. So what you can do, you can come in, you can change it up if you don't like it. This is all AI generated, completed in like 30 seconds, by the way. So what I want to do right here, I just had to allow it to make edits, but what I can do right here, I can highlight it, I can edit it myself, or I can, let AI make it longer, I can make it shorter, I can do whatever. It says journalist AI is writing, so it's just taking this paragraph right here and it's making it longer. All right, so you can see here it pulled it up. It says, what it did. It's showing you the changes. You can choose if you want to make it longer or not. Come through here. Guys, this is a great tool. It actually works. It's actually effective, and it's free. I'll have this link down below. But so you want to use that, and this you have to understand that SEO is competitive. You are competing against all the other businesses in the niche. But what we're doing is we're targeting these emergency-based businesses that are generally just word of mouth. So if you can dominate the online presence, if you can come in here, this is going to be about a 6-month process, but if you can use this software just to upload these, daily blog posts, you want to do it maybe once or twice a day, and really, really try and rank as high as you possibly can on Google, then you are going to win. Guys, these leads are going to be coming in, and these leads are going to be extremely, extremely vetted in these emergency based business niches. It's practically people saying, hey, take my money, calling you on the phone. So one, sit down, think about a niche that is within this realm. Two, what you need to do is you need to create a website around this niche, create it really, really good. Three, you want to get journalist AI. You want to integrate your website. That way you can automatically upload SEO blog posts, and you can schedule those out. So you take 30 minutes, have it generate you 500 blog posts, and have it upload over the span of like 2 months, And then 4, you want to reach out to all of these businesses within these niches, and you want to talk to the owner on the phone, ask about a referral program, ask about, hey, if I get you a sale, if I refer you to somebody and then they end up buying, could I, get a commission on that? 9 out of 10 times they're going to say yes. They will take the work that they can. If they sell a $20,000 deal and your agreement is 20%, hey, that's still $16K that they're making. That's $16K that they would not have had without you. So most of them are going to be very, very happy to give that to you. And then you go from there and you just work your way up, and all the systems will fall in place. You guys got this. So there you have it. That is how you make money selling leads to businesses, and how you actually do it and actually make it effective. So if you guys like that, make sure to comment, like, subscribe. My name's Bryce. Follow me on X. Check out Journalist AI, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you.